What is good, my people, my peeps? How are you guys doing out there this afternoon? What is good with you? I just wanted to jump on here real quick. I just got through listening to a podcast, and it was so good. That's all I can say. It was outstanding, and it was a young lady, and she was talking about they now call you the villain. And just simply from that title, I wanted to see, what man was talking about. They now call you the villain. What the heck is going on here? And let me tell you something. I had to bring to my platform and just, you know, not give word for word what she said, but just a roundabout, for instance. Hello. How you doing? Howdy. Just roundabout, for instance, they now call you the villain. So her whole uh, message was that people who have basically the tides have changed, right? The tides have changed, and some of you guys have played the background, haven't really spoke up for yourself, or you tried to speak up for yourself and just was not right. And the tides have changed. This is a new season, and you're now considered villain, not the victim. Mm-mm, mm-mm. You're considered the villain now because you're standing up for yourself and you're not taking any junk. Okay, you're not taking it anymore. And so the people who have tried to overstep your bounds because you put boundaries in place and they just weren't, they weren't adhering to any of your boundaries at all. I think I'm gonna stop in the store real quick. They weren't adhering to your boundaries, right? And in this season, in this time, things have changed. Things have changed. They tried it again. And they got showed enough cut off, right? So I'm gonna park right here. Why are you right behind me? I wanted to back up. Oh. And they got cut off. You told them what it was about. You told them not today, Sarge. Not today. Right? I'll read your comments in a minute. Let me get out. Try to park over here out of the sun. And that still ain't good. Good gracious. Texas sun don't be playing with you. Okay? And so you told them what it was about, and they don't like it. They don't like it. They liked when they could do you any kind of way, talk to you any kind of way. That's what they liked, right? They liked that form of you, that version of you. And it's a new day, it's a new dawn, and you're not having it anymore. And so they now want to say you're the villain, you're the bad guy. And this young lady was saying, that's right. It is time in this day, in this season, for you to play the villain, meaning not be literally evil, okay? Not that aspect of it, but when you say something, mean what you say and say what you mean, and stand on that, okay? Stand on business, okay? And so basically, let me see if I can get this. Basically, that's what her whole message was. They're going to call you the villain. They're going to blame you for standing on business and taking up for yourself. And it reminded me of when I was in school. And some of you guys know. Hold on, let me see what you're saying down here. Where is it at? Well, where's what at? As long as the villains win. The villain's winning because they consider you the villain now, okay, CJ? They consider you the villain now because you're standing on business. You're not biting your tongue. You're not a people pleaser. That she said. You're not the people pleaser. I'm gonna take y'all in the store with me right quick. I'm gonna put y'all on this tripod real quick. Hello, how are you doing? I'm gonna put y'all on here on this tripod real quick. So y'all hold tight. You're gonna hear a little. Y'all come in this store with me right quick. Okay. That's what she was saying. She was saying that you're based on business. You're not a people pleaser anymore, and a lot of you guys were people pleasers. Mhm. Quiet as it's kept. A lot of you guys were people pleasers and you didn't let your voice be heard. Okay, and that doesn't go for all of us. Okay, I just want to say that. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. Oh, Mexico, that's what's up. Hola, ¿cómo está? How are you doing from Mexico? Oh, I'm glad you tuning in. So, guys, I just thought it was so awesome. I wanted to come on here really quick and share that message with you guys. And I was just about to tell you guys a story about how when I was in, oh, there's somebody in the alley. When I was in, it was high school. Hold on real quick. I'm just going right here. Do they have one? Probably not. You know how you want something sweet, and then they don't have what you want. I just tell you. Let me see. Is it over on this side? No. Man. Okay. So, I don't know what I want to get now. Because I got a sweet tooth, y'all. It's a shame, I know. Should I get, some Rice Krispie treats? Just a little video Rice Krispie treats. I like the king size. That little video, right? Okay. This store ain't calling my name. Let me get out of here. I gotta go somewhere else. So you're not the pushover. You're not the, and it's not that you were a pushover before. Okay, don't get it twisted. They thought you was a pushover. They thought you was a pushover. Good Spanish. Oh, thank you, thank you. They thought you were a pushover, right? Because you were nice, you were kind, you were courteous, right? You were courteous. Yes, indeed. Y'all hold on. The car is gonna switch on real quick. Plug y'all back up. We moving around, y'all. We moving around, okay? um, you were nice, courteous, and these people, they played themselves close. They played themselves too close. Now they want to call you the villain. So you not today, partner. Not today. That's what you told them in so many words. However you treated a circumstance, a situation, not today. Today, I draw the line in the sand. I draw the line in the sand. And so I was gonna tell you guys a story about when I was in school, high school, and I pretty much held my own. Okay, when to standing up for myself. When it came to if I had to fight, I held my own, right? And I remember it was one day, I don't know, this dude got some kind of bug up his backside. He just was acting a plumb fool, right? He just wanted to be a bully that day. Okay? And I really hadn't paid attention to this guy. But it was at lunchtime, okay? So where I come from, we call it the commons area, where everybody come in and they sit down and chill, and then the cafeteria. It was an open bay type situation. It was nice how they had it set up because then they had a stage, um, like a drop down stage area. It was a real nice high school I went to. And so we all in the commons area, we chilling. So this guy, he just starts going in on me, y'all. He just starts going in. This dude would not leave me alone. In high school, my brother, my brother was very popular. What's good, Martin? What's good? How you doing? In high school, my brother always been popular. Everywhere we went, he just has that type of charisma. I guess that's what people always drawn to him. And then he was like a athlete, like a super athlete. Went to state for track and field. He played football. He was like one of them all around athletes. Okay, I mean the colleges came a running for him, right? So he's always been popular, and I always held my own in my, you know, friendship popularity, semi popularity. You know what I'm saying? But I was not as popular as my brother was. So, but I didn't go around telling everybody who my brother was. Okay? I didn't do that because I was never trying to ride my brother's coattails. Um, But when we had left Germany, I told you guys my brother had taught me how to fight when we were in Germany. Okay, if you remember that story, if you've been with me for a while, you probably heard that story, right? And so we would fight together. Like if a boy or somebody messed with me, I would tell my brother, and he would go handle business. And so I would just be jumping in, y'all. Just jumping in, just you seen them females be jumping in. So we be tag teaming, right? So anyway, we got to when I got to high school, he was like all around. Everybody knew him from high school to high school. They wore back then. They wore. I don't know if you guys if they wear the Letterman jackets anymore. Those jackets that have like the letter and they have your school stuff, whatever your school mascot is and all that. They have that on the jackets, right? And so he had his Letterman jacket on, and this was football season, okay? And so this guy, when we were at lunch, he kept just acting a donkey and wouldn't leave me alone. And so I was like, okay. Now, mind you, he didn't know my brother. Only like the close girls that I hung out with, they knew. But like the upperclassmen and all that, they really didn't know that we were brother and sister when I got to high school, when I was a freshman. And so I went to go get my brother. Now I done forewarned this guy. I done stood on my own, and I said, look, leave me alone. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, right? Basically, telling this guy, check yourself, regulate yourself. He wasn't regulating himself. He just wanted to go in because I guess he felt that because he was a guy and I was a female, that he was just going to talk to me any kind of way and try to bully me, basically, right? And so that day I walked over to my brother where he was hanging out, where all the football players were hanging out. And they sitting around, they all have their Letterman jackets on, and it's lunchtime, so everybody is in the commons area. And I walk over to my brother and I tell my brother, I said, I told him this dude is over here bothering with me. He won't stop messing with me. And my brother's like, okay, go back over there. Go back over there and sit where you were sitting at, because we had there was like a wall. How built it was cool. So some people we sat on the wall and chilled out. And so I walked back. I walked back over, right. I walked back over to the area. The guy was still there, and so I go over there and I sit back down and everything. And the guy just started going back in, started messing with me again, started talking crazy, and I was, the same stuff he was doing. So when I I'm sitting there chilling, y'all. I'm sitting there chilling. The guy, he's still messing with me, and all of a sudden, my brother comes walking up. Right, my brother comes walking up, and he has the whole football team. He's in the front. The whole football team comes walking up behind him, right? And they stop in front of the guy, and they kind of flank him. They surround him basically, and so the guy is looking confused. I'm not saying nothing, right? And so the guy, so my brother, he's like, do you know who she is? And the guy was like, no, who is she? And he was like, that's my sister. And this guy was black, y'all. Okay, this guy was black. When my brother told him, this is my sister, all of the color, it looked all of his color flushed out of his face, like he went pale. Okay, his whole demeanor changed. He wasn't that tough guy. He wasn't none of that no more. Okay, and so my brother checked him. The whole football team checked him, and my brother made guy apologize to me, right then and there. And so after that, long story short, the guy didn't mess with me, but he would give me kind of like an evil eye, or like a sour look. Everything seemed in the hallway or something, but he dare not mess with me again. And so when that lady was talking about you're the villain, you're the bad guy, um, when you finally stand up to people, or when people get and they know that they can't do what they've done before, then they start saying you're the villain. Okay, they start saying you're the bad guy when they were the bad guy the whole entire time. Okay, when they were not acting right the whole entire time, but when the shoe was on the other foot, honey, what do they say? It's a whole different story when the rabbit got the gun. Okay? When the rabbit got the gun, the hunter will run. It's a whole different atmosphere when the shoe is on the other foot. So basically, that is one to come and tell you guys today. They're going to consider you to be the villain, the bad guy, because you're not taking none of the junk, none of it no more. And you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to. And if you have to go get your big brother, your big sister, you do that. Because sometimes people need to be chipped, okay? And it's all right. And if they feel that you're the bad guy at that, that's fine. That's fine. Okay? And maybe they need to consider you to be the bad guy. Maybe they need to consider you to be the villain. Okay? And maybe it'll help them regulate their own actions and their own deeds when they go to dealing with people. So when I heard that, when that woman was breaking it down like that, I said, you know what? That's what's up. I'm going to sure come and talk to you guys and share that message with you guys. So as you come in, when you see on the replay, if you can thumbs this video up, I would appreciate it. But you know what? It's okay. If they consider you to be the bad guy, that's fine. I'm not saying go around being the bad guy, being the villain. But if they consider you to be the villain, once you stand up, you draw the line in the sand, well, you know what? It's a new day. It's a new dawn. I am out, you guys, and much, much love.